Hi everyone, and welcome to today's writing lesson. My name is Mrs. Collum and I'll be your teacher. Today we're working on lesson 2. As a review, let's talk about the key words that we look for in different types of prompts. What are the key words to look for in an expository and informative prompt? Does anyone remember? Think about those key words that we're looking for in an expository and informative prompt. Those key words are explain or inform. If you see explain or inform, you know that's going to be an expository or informative prompt, and you're going to be writing an expository and informative essay. What about the keywords to look for in a narrative prompt? Does anyone remember what those keywords are? Those keywords are story and tell. If you see story or tell in a prompt, you know that's a narrative prompt, and you're going to be writing a narrative essay. And the last one that we went over, what are the keywords to look for in an opinion prompt? Now, in an opinion prompt, it's going to say things like, how do you feel or what do you think about a certain topic? So if you see feel or think about a topic, you know that you're going to be writing an opinion essay. Now, for today, we're going to learn how to plan for an expository essay. Before you write your essay, you have to plan about what you're going to be writing about. Now, planning is the most important piece of the writing process because you want to take all your thoughts and ideas, plan them out on paper, and then write your essay. I always say, think about your planning like a roadmap. We use a roadmap to follow and tell us exactly where to go. Your planning is going to be your roadmap for your essay, and it's going to tell you exactly what to write about in every single paragraph. And if your planning's good, your essay is going to be great. Once you have a written plan, you just follow it, and it makes writing your essay a lot easier. To plan, we use an IRC outline, okay? In an IRC outline, the I stands for introduction, the R stands for reasons. There's going to be an R1, which is reason 1, an R2, which is reason 2, and an R3, which is reason 3, and then C stands for conclusion. So let me show you what a full IRC outline looks like. The IRC planning outline maps out your 5 paragraphs, okay? I want you to, in your writing notebook or on a piece of paper, I want you to write out an IRC outline just like you see on the screen. Write an I and then a line, R1, line, R2, line, R3, line, and C, line. Go ahead and write out this IRC outline on a piece of paper. Now that you have your IRC outline, let's practice. Let's look at today's prompt. Everyone has a favorite season. Think about your favorite season. Now explain why this is your favorite season. What is the first thing we have to do after we read a prompt? Does anyone remember? We read the prompt and we have to identify the key word. Does anyone see the key word in this prompt? It's explain. Once we have the key word, then we can decide what type of essay we're going to be writing about. Since the keyword is explain, we know we're going to be writing an expository/informative essay. The reason we say expository/informative is because it can be called either expository or informative. So we're going to be writing about our favorite season. Now, we identify the keyword, explain, and then we have to ask ourselves, what is it asking us to write about? We know it's an expository, but what exactly is this prompt telling us to write about? Our favorite season, right? We always want to make sure that we know the topics, we know exactly what to write about. So it's an expository essay about favorite season. Let's do an example together. Now we know the prompt is favorite season. I'm going to write it up here just so we don't forget. Favorite season. And for today, as this example, I'm going to pick winter. So whatever you pick as your main topic, you write on the I and the C line. So because I picked winter, I'm going to put winter here, and I'm going to put winter here. If I was to pick summer as my favorite season, I would write summer, summer. If I was going to pick fall, I write fall, fall. Whatever you pick as your main topic that you're going to be writing about, you write on the I and the C line. Okay, remember that, because every time you plan, you're going to do that. Now I have to come up with 3 reasons of why winter is my favorite season. So reason 1, I love winter because it's Christmas time. So instead of writing it is Christmas time, I'm just going to write Christmas. Because this is our planning. We don't want to write too much. We always want to write only 1 or 2 words on each line. So I don't need to write it is Christmas time, just Christmas. Another reason I love winter is because all the special activities that happen during winter. There's hot chocolate, there's gingerbread houses, you can play in the snow. If you're in a state that doesn't have real snow, sometimes they have fake snow. It's just a great time of activities. So instead of putting I like all the activities, I'm just going to write activities. And another reason I love Christmas is because it's nice and cold. So I'm going to put cold. Okay, so you can see here, my favorite season is winter. I picked winter. I put it on the I and the C line. And then my reason 1 is because Christmas. My reason 2 is because the activities. And my reason 3 is because it's cold. Now, I want to show you, when you go to write your essay later, okay, we're not doing that today, but just so you know, this is going to be your first paragraph where you're going to talk about winter is your favorite season. In your second paragraph, you're going to talk about you like winter because Christmas. In your third paragraph, you're going to talk about how you like winter because the different activities. In your fourth paragraph, you're going to talk about you like winter because it's cold. And in your fifth paragraph, you're going to talk again about how winter is your favorite season. So remember I told you we're going to be writing a 5-paragraph essay, and this is your roadmap. You're not going to have to think about what to write. If someone said to you, what are you going to write about in your second paragraph? You would say, oh, second paragraph, I'm going to write about I like winter because Christmas. And if someone said, well, what are you going to write about in your fourth paragraph? You go, oh, that's easy. My fourth paragraph, I'm going to write about I like winter because it's cold. You know exactly what to write because this planning is your roadmap. And that's why planning is so important. Okay, let's go over another example. Let's do another example using the prompt favorite animal. Everyone has a favorite animal. Think about your favorite animal. Now explain why this animal is your favorite. Does anybody see the key word in this prompt? The key word is explain. So I'm going to circle it. We know we're going to be doing an expository / informative essay. And now I'm going to plan. So I'm going to draw out my IRC outline. It's very easy. I, R1, R2, R3, and C. I'm going to think about my favorite animal. So for today, even though I love animals and I probably have like 20 favorite animals, I have to pick one, right? I don't want to sit here and waste 20 minutes going, do I like dogs, cats, I'm just going to pick dog. Okay, so whatever I pick, I put on the I and the C line. So I'm going to write dog and dog. Okay, and put it on the I and the C line. Now I have to come up with my 3 reasons of why dogs are my favorite animal. Well, reason 1 I like dogs is because they're a good pet. They're just a great pet to have. They're friendly, always loving. My reason 2 I like dogs is because they can be your best friend. My reason 3 I like dogs is because they can play with you. Okay, so here's my IRC outline. I planned it out. My favorite animal, I picked dog, so I wrote that on the I and the C line. And then I have reason 1, they're a good pet. Reason 2, they can be your best friend. And reason 3, they can play with you. You can see I didn't put they can play with you. I just put play. I didn't put they can be your best friend. I just put best friend. You always want to keep it to 1 or 2 words because we want to save our writing for the essay. This is just our planning. Okay? Now it's your turn. Okay, let's look at this prompt. Everyone has a favorite toy. Think about your favorite toy. Now explain why this toy is your favorite. Now I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. What's the first thing we do after we read this prompt? And then what do we do? What's the first thing we do after reading this prompt? And then what do we do? Well, the first thing we should do is we should circle the key word, which we know the key word is explain. And then we decide what the prompt is asking us to write about. This prompt is asking us to write about our favorite toy. So we know because the key word is explain, we're writing an expository / informative essay. And we know we're writing about our favorite toy. So now you are going to plan for this essay. Okay, this prompt using favorite toy. Now, if you have a piece of paper or this worksheet, you can use it. Just simply fill out the IRC outline. If you don't have this sheet, you can just take a piece of paper, write I, R, 1, or 2, or 3, or C like I did. And you are going to plan for the prompt favorite toy. Okay, so what I want you to do is I want you to pause this video, take about 5 to 10 minutes, and plan for the prompt favorite toy. Go ahead and begin. Okay, you should be done with your planning. I want you to look at your IRC outline real quick. I want you to make sure on your I line and your C line that you have the same word and it's your favorite toy. So if you picked your PS5, make sure it says PS5 on the I line and PS5 on the C line, whatever toy you picked. If you picked your doll, make sure that it says doll and doll. Whatever you picked, make sure it's the same thing on the I and the C line. Then make sure you have reason 1 filled out, reason 2, and reason 3. Just check that real quick. Okay, now you get to show what you know. We've done a few together. You've done one on your own. Now it is your time to show what you know and take a quiz. Okay, this quiz, the prompt is on favorite food. Everyone has a favorite food. Think about your favorite food. Now explain why this food is your favorite. Here's the sheet. Sorry, my marker went through over there. Just kind of ignore that. You're writing about favorite food. Whatever food you pick, you're going to write on the I line, the C line. And then you're going to give me 3 reasons why that is your favorite food. This is what I want you to do. I want you to pause this video. Take the quiz. This is your chance to show what you know. Give it your best effort. And then when you're done, come back and push play and we'll continue the lesson. Okay, you should be done with your quiz. I want you to keep the quiz out in front of you. Keep that quiz out because we are going to self-assess. This is where you are going to check your paper yourself. You are going to check your own quiz. You're going to self-assess and make sure you did everything right. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to check your I line and your C line and make sure you put your favorite toy. Your favorite food. It should be favorite food. Then I want you to make sure that you have your reasons. So as you're checking, make sure your favorite food is here. If I was doing this, I would put pizza because I love pizza. So I'd have pizza and pizza. Make sure you have your favorite food. Now check your paper. Make sure you have 3 reasons of why that's your favorite food. Check right now. Make sure next to R1 you have a reason. Next to R2, make sure you have a reason. Next to R3, make sure you have a reason. Now that you've checked your quiz, I want you to take just a few seconds for each question to reflect. This is where you get to think about what you just did. You self-assess and kind of think about what you do good, what could you do better, if you forgot something. So ask yourself the first question, what did I do well? When you looked at that when you looked at that planning that you did, what did you do well? Maybe you came up with a great topic for favorite toy. Maybe you came up with your 3 reasons quickly. Maybe you have 3 really good reasons. Whatever it is that you think you did well, just make a mental note of that. Now think, what did I forget? Did you forget something? Maybe you didn't. That's okay. But if you forgot something, maybe you forgot to put the favorite food on the I and the C line. Maybe you forgot to put it on the C line. Maybe you forgot to do one of your reasons. If you did forget anything, just make a little note in your brain for next time so you won't make that same mistake. And then what can I do better? There's always something we can do better, even if it's little, to make our paragraphs better or our planning better or our essay better. We can always do something. Okay, now that you've had a chance to reflect, now it's your chance to revise. Your revise is when you can make any changes that you want to make your activity that you've done even better. So you just did a quiz. So I want you to first ask yourself, did you forget anything? If you did, add it now. Then ask yourself, did you make a mistake? If you did, no problem. Go ahead, fix it now. During the revising, where you get your revision, okay, you get to make changes to make your paper the best that it can be. So if you made a mistake, no worries, go fix it right now. I want you to check capitalization, punctuation, spelling. Make sure you remembered everything. This is your chance to make it the best that it can be before you submit it to your teacher. If you need more time, you can pause the video. Awesome work, everyone. I'm so proud of how well you did with this lesson. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in the next lesson.